It's the end of cross-country day here at the Longines Luhmühlen Horse Trials, and Laura Collett in London 52 have retained their lead. Laura, you in London 52 on absolute top form out there. Tell me about your round.
Oh yeah, he was phenomenal. He's such an incredible horse to ride. You know, he's so big, but he rides like a pony. He's so nippy and around the tight turns, and he just felt, he felt awesome. He's been on cracking form this year, and he went out there, and for me, it's just about making sure I don't mess it up for him, because he's incredible, and I trust him now, and that's the main thing, really.
And did you feel any pressure before you went out?
Of course, every time I get on that horse there's pressure, because he's, he should be where he is. He should be out there leading, and if he's not, it's because of me. So there's a huge amount of pressure, but pressure's a privilege, and I'm lucky to be in this position.
And how special is it to have a round like that on him?
Yeah, it's incredible. Obviously, we had a whoopsie at the Europeans here, and it's nice to come and put that to bed. And he's a very different horse than what he was when he was here in 2019. And he shows just how adjustable he is, being able to gallop around Badminton and then come here. And he's just a sensational horse. He doesn't really have a fault other than the rider if we mess it up, really.
Well, it's definitely a partnership, and huge congratulations for today, and best of luck for tomorrow as well.
Thank you very much.
But below Laura, the leaderboard has had a shuffle. There's still a British 1-2-3, but it's not the same 1-2-3 as after dressage. Kitty King and Von Judy Beerts have moved up to second following a superb round over Mike Etherington Smith's 5-star track. Kitty, what a round!
Oh God, it seemed to go so quick. We were a little bit slow to start with on my minutes, but because he was a bit keen at Badminton and over jumped a lot, I thought we'd go out, settle, get into rhythm, and then build and build. And he kept building all the way, and he was foot perfect. He had a bit of a trip in the main arena, and I was like, oh God, not before those angles, but he picked himself up and locked on, and was super straight everywhere, and other than being quite strong at the end, he was absolutely lovely to ride.
Can you put into words as well quite what it means to have a round like that on a horse like him?
It's just a relief, to be honest, after Burghley and Badminton. I know he's a good horse, I know he's a 5-star horse, and the pin at Burghley he didn't do anything wrong. It's just one of those things, and then obviously to have an early fall at Badminton, it starts making you doubt yourself and what you're doing as a rider. So yeah.
Well, huge well done. It was the most spectacular round to watch, so best of luck for tomorrow.
Thanks.
World champion Yasmin Ingham has moved up to third place with Ray DJ. I caught up with her to find out about her round with Piglet. Yas, Ray DJ, Piglet looked on top form out there today.
Oh, I think he was the definition of flying pig today. He literally just took it all on and was a total pro. Helped me out quite a few times. I was just a little bit off some of the fences, and up came his knees, and it's such a pleasure to ride a horse that's so careful and really aware of where he's jumping, and he's just, total pleasure to ride.
And did it all ride how you walked it?
It did in ways. I mean, I definitely had some second thoughts about the first water, because he just pops in, whereas the 3 seems quite a long way to get there, so I did have to kind of push him a bit, and I shook the rein at him and off he jumped, so he was excellent.
And what kind of feel does he give you out there?
I mean, he's probably not the biggest, rangiest horse, but he's a horse that I don't have to prepare and check very often. He kind of just runs in a rhythm, and I think that's what makes him very consistent throughout, because I'm not having to go back and forward all the time. So yeah.
Well, huge well done.
Thank you very much.
Boyd Martin has got 2 of his 3 rides in the top 10. He's in provisional 4th overnight with Luke 140, and also holds 9th at this stage with Federman B. So Boyd, 3 rides around Luhmühlen's cross-country course today, headed by Luke 140. How was his round in particular?
Oh, Luke was a legend today. It was his first crack at the 5-star level, and he was a bit wild and out of control at the beginning of the course, but after he settled down, he did it easy. I was thrilled with the way he jumped, and looks like he's pulled up well, and we're in good shape for tomorrow.
And of course, you've also got Federman B in the top 10 as well. How did he feel out there today?
Oh, he's good. He got a little bit tired towards the end, but to Bruno's credit, he dug deep and just kept galloping away, and again made the time. So, thrilled with the way he jumped. It was his first 5-star, and it was a real test for him, and he looks like he's come through it and proved himself as a champion 5-star horse.
And just finally, your thoughts overall on Mike Etherington Smith's course?
Yeah, it's an interesting 5-star. I'm lucky enough to have done all the 5-stars in the world, and they're all unique. This is definitely, it's a tiring course, even though the ground's quite flat. It's it's a bit twisty. It's mentally, narrow corner combination, and you really have to sort of go quick to get the time. And I loved it. I think it was an exciting day for the sport. There was plenty of action, and the top riders and the top horses seemed to pull through well.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
A clear round across country inside the time for Harry Mead and Tenerez mean that this pair move up from 11th to 5th. And in 6th place is New Zealand's Muzi Pottinger with Just Kidding. I caught up with her after her round. What a round.
Thank you so much. He is just amazing. It makes me emotional. He's just phenomenal little horse. I've had him for 12 years now, and he's taken me all around the world, and he just keeps trying. We had one early combination that was not perfect by any means. It was not the plan, and he just felt a little bit under-prepared, that he knew there was going to be a tough combination, and but he was dead honest, so he added a stride and made him get between it, and then after that he was just on it every step of the way. He was bloody honest going into the water. That fence made me really nervous. It was a massive jump, and I just didn't really know how you were going to get a perfect distance up the hill, and he was just phenomenal. Then every step of the way he just keeps going, and then he looks for the flags. I just could not have asked for a better partner.
And obviously you know each other so well. What is it about him that makes him so good?
He's just so bloody honest. He's so genuine. He does not, and I mean this in the nicest way, he does not have the most talent in the world when it comes to jumping. He lands short, he's got no stride. He's completely at his maximum here. He's not going to ever go and jump a metre 40 show jumping track. He doesn't have the scope. But what he lacks in scope, he has in heart. So you just can't buy that.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oliver Townend is in 7th and 8th at this stage with Tregilder and Swallow Springs. In 10th is last year's winners Felix Vogt and Calero. They've moved up from 20th place overnight. Top place German at the moment is Jerome Robinet with Black Ice in 11th. And I also caught up with Tom Jackson, who's here with a horse that you need to have on your to-watch list, Farndon, who are in provisional 12th after cross-country. Tom, first 5-star for Farndon, and he had a cracking round out there. How did it feel?
Over the moon with him. He hasn't always been the easiest in this phase, not because he's not brave or straight, just because of his rideability. And we've been working quite hard on that over the past couple of years since we've had him, and it just all came together today. He's been steadily improving all the time, and I feel like today he really showed his class, and very exciting for the future.
Was it plan A all the way out there?
Pretty much, yeah. He didn't really miss a beat, to be honest. It's one of those rare occasions where everything did just go as planned, and he just cruised around and kept eating up the ground and eating up the jumps, and suddenly you're home and inside the time. So yeah, very pleased.
And how exciting is that for you as a rider, for a horse stepping up to 5-star to make it feel that good?
Incredibly, especially with a horse like him, who, like I said, wasn't necessarily the easiest in his rideability. To see how far he's come in such a short space of time bodes very well for the future, because I still think there's plenty more to come from him as well.
So that completes the 5-star cross-country action here at the Longines Luhmühlen Horse Trials. Show jumping starts tomorrow at 10:30 German time, 9:30 UK time. And don't forget to head over to the Horse and Hound website for all the latest news and features from Luhmühlen, and to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content.